for number 94. Low angle. The key here is the pass pro. Gives him plenty of time, but the problem was the hold before it. Gave Davis a chance to broke open late.
So now 3rd and 18. Kopp finds Lewis this time. He finds the first down marker. Just snuck in for the first down yardage as he was being pursued on the play by Anthony Jefferson out of Sonoma State.
There was some confusion there in the secondary for Milwaukee. Let's take a look from the end zone. Everybody else was playing man-to-man, but nobody followed him across the field. Greg Lewis is number 82. Right to your screen. Watch him cross the field. Nobody runs with him. Wide open underneath. Good play.
Greg Lewis coming off one of his most popular performances of the year as they are enjoying things here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The first quarter has come to an end. It was Milwaukee and Memphis exchanging field goals. Then the touchdown by Hamill is the difference.
This car's just for now, to get me from here to there. But it's got a left.
Here's some guys who like the game. Yes, the field goal is good. Look at little Anthony Hardaway. Or is it Michael Jordan? Can't seem to tell.
Oh, yes.
Friday night with mom and dad in arena football. Good family entertainment and great success as records were broken in attendance figures last week. All the teams drawing very well. Kopp now goes end zone behind his intended receiver, Frizzell Davis. Good coverage on the play by Wade.
Wayne Wade was just activated this week.
Don't forget arena football tomorrow night on ESPN, and what a matchup it is. One that we had on ESPN2 2 weeks ago. This time, though, the venue changes to the Thunderdome in St. Petersburg for the #1 team in the Arena Football League, the Tampa Bay Storm, against their arch rivals, the Orlando Predators. 8:30 Eastern, 5 o'clock, 5:30 Pacific, tomorrow on ESPN. Now 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Kopp rolling out, hits Lyles. Lyles cuts back. Robert Lyles inside the 10-yard line. A gain of about 6 yards on the play.
Nice job defensively. Made the coverage back in the end zone. They forced him to throw it up to Lyles short in the flat. Kopp drops back. He's looking deep. Nothing there. Just break out of the pocket and hit your fullback Lyles. Come up and make the tackle. That's the key. You've got to tackle in this league. You can't afford missed tackles.
They will call it a gain of 5. Brings up a 3rd and 5 from the 9-yard line of Milwaukee. Burgess goes into motion, comes to the near side. Kopp looking that way. Now he's going towards the end zone. Hughes and Garrett. Yep. Garrett was all over Darren Hughes.
And the irony is Shane Garrett didn't need to push him in the back there. The coverage was decent and the ball was thrown in front of him. Didn't need to do that. Kopp's back. Gonna look coming right at you right now.
Number 82.
Little push in the back right there. Unnecessary. The ball wasn't going to be caught anyway. You've got to know when to be aggressive and when not to be as a defensive back.
Shane Garrett, first-year player out of Texas A&M. Spent 2 years on the Cincinnati Bengals roster. 27 years old. Good size, 5'11", 185.
Now let's see if the worst rushing team in the league tries to run it in from here.
On 1st and goal from the 5-yard line, they do pitch, and it gets stuffed. In the backfield immediately, big Ralph Jarvis out of Temple.
You got to remember, inside that red zone, everybody knows you've got to try and run the football. That play was doomed from the very beginning. Poor timing, no blocking, and I'll tell you what, Ralph Jarvis looks good in the T-shirt. 6'5", 270. This guy is built like the outside of the Bradley Center.
And they love the deuce here tonight. And the Mustangs in town to finish their season 2 weeks in a row. Good attendance here at the Bradley Center. 2nd year of arena football here in the state of Wisconsin. 2nd and goal after the 3-yard loss. Football on the 8-yard line. Kopp goes end zone too far for Hughes. Defensively, Gary Plummer was on him. Well, neither team able to get their offensive passing attack in any kind of shape early in the go.
Well, that was a nice job by Milwaukee's front three, getting a good push, forcing them to throw the ball too early, looking for Hughes on the crossing route. And, Mike, we've seen almost nothing but crossing routes from both these clubs trying to beat the man-to-man coverage.
I say try something different.
Say what I get a kick out of. Oh, Robert Lyles, number 32 at fullback. He's 34 years old, Mike. 8 years in the NFL. Remember the House of Pain?
Absolutely.
He's the guy that phrased it.
Houston Oilers. 3rd and goal from the 8 for Kopp.
Off the net.
He'll have to go off the net, in and out of the hands of Wade. Fritzell Davis was one of the receivers trying to spring himself open.
Don Freese not happy there. Not happy. He thinks there might have been some interference there all over the back judge. Now remember, arena football, this ball's live in the net. So a smart quarterback on 3rd down, if he doesn't have anything, what do? Play for a bounce. Bang, off the nets. Now play it. You had a shot there, both offensively and defensively, to make a play, and no one did.
Don Freese, nonetheless, will put Brian Lee in for the 24-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up by Lee, and it is good. His 2nd field goal. He connects on that one to add to his 39-yarder earlier. Makes our football score 10-6. Homestanding Mustangs continue to lead. Why, don't you?
Well,
I mean, why?
Well, he might look better with that helmet on than off. We don't know.
Well, you ask him.
Look at the big fella. That's a very strong look.
Yeah. We'll have you donning one in the 2nd half then.
Have me doing what?
Donning one. Where?
Like in the morning or donning one?
No, donning with D-O-N. All righty then. Kickoff to the very dangerous Kerry Simeon. Oh, he has trouble handling off the net. Plummer tries to help out. Football bounces off a couple of legs and goes out of bounds.
Kick it out.
You don't see that happen very often with Kerry Simeon. He handles these nets so well. But the one thing about arena football, you go into different buildings, and you've talked about it week in and week out, Mike. Little different tension, little different bounce.
Well, you saw me this morning running around like a fool out here, throwing the ball different areas of the net, trying to get a feel. And I'll tell you what, depending on the type of spiral or where it lands in the net, it bounces differently. And that was a tough one because it bounced about 2 yards from the bottom, so you really can't get a good read.
So the football will be spotted at the 9-yard line. 1st and 10 for Milwaukee. They lead by 4, 10-6. 10 minutes and some change remaining in the 2nd quarter. Movement at the line and flags all over the place.
A little different kind of football game than I expected so far, Mike. Milwaukee's played well defensively. Memphis has not stretched the field vertically like they do so well. And we're going to get an advantageous call here for Milwaukee and make it 1st down.
Offsides, number 55, Memphis. 3-yard penalty, 1st down.
Steve Houghton, the big fella. You know, Michael, he's from Ferris State. Not a big-time football school, but he benched 520 in college.
Oh. Now, after the 3-yard penalty, the dump off in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Brad Lacombe, the fullback out of St. Cloud State.
I like Brad Lacombe. Big, tough guy, but he did cardinal sin there in football when you're a receiver. You can't turn around and run with the football before you catch it. Mike, remember, we saw that last week in our game in Iowa.
That's exactly
remember,
right.
Jaycox and Ryan, 2 of the finer receivers in the league, kept trying to run before they had possession.
On one, ready? Behind the left.
Brings us a 2nd and 7. Jaycox probably dropped more passes last week than he did the entire season prior to that combined.
8 up across the front, pure man-to-man, not hiding it.
Hamill, good protection, tries to go up top to Simeon, working Lewis. Lewis got the arm in, and the flag's flying.
Now, wait a minute. This is going to be fun. Let's see who he calls it on, because both guys were pushing. Now, you know I'm a defensive back, so I'm going to give them the benefit here. I hope they take a close look at this, because Simeon was pushing also.
Well, for sake of argument, I'll take Simeon's side then.
What a surprise. Man-to-man coverage, so you go to the guy one-on-one by himself with the wide side of the field. Now, both of them were pushing. They're going to bring it back, and it's going to go against the defense. What a surprise.
You know, your years of frustration are coming out right now.
I'll tell you what. what bothers me about that call is that should have been no harm, no foul. It was incomplete. They were both pushing for advantage. No harm, no foul. Let's just keep playing. And that's an automatic first down.
Moves the football up to almost the 20-yard line of Milwaukee. Credit the defensive backs on both teams thus far, because the receivers have not sprung themselves loose on frequent occasion. Simeon goes in motion. Now Simeon works. Just as I speak, Simeon had the football, plenty of room, and could not come away with it.
I don't know what it is about you and I, Mike, but each week some of these top receivers that we've seen on tape make incredible catches have dropped the easy ones. In this case, Curry Simeon, man-to-man coverage. He's going to be the only guy here, right here, good-looking ISO right here, one-on-one coverage. He's going to run the post. He's got him. Watch the break right there to the corner. He turns around, the defensive back right there, wide open. Greg Lewis is out of the play. You got to catch the football. Got to catch the football. First and goal on the 1 instead of the situation they're in now.
Which is 2nd and 10 from their own 19-yard line. Garrett had the moves. Now they try to fling it up to Lacombe, and it's too far for the intended receiver, the big man Brad Lacombe, coming out of the backfield.
That was interesting, Michael. That was a fullback running an out-and-up route, expecting man-to-man coverage with the linebacker, but that time they were in a zone, and Darius Hadley, number 25, Hadley made a nice play on the football. Remember, Hadley's a defensive specialist. Fullback to your left runs an out-and-up. Now watch the top of your screen. The break on the football by Hadley, the good play. He went to try and catch that, Mike, as opposed to just break it up, and that's what I like.
Now the 3rd down play. And that is too far for the intended receiver, Shane Garrett. Hadley on the coverage once again.
That's Hadley back-to-back, showing why he's one of the most effective defensive specialists in football. Mike, what that play is, it's 3rd down and run to the yard marker. We saw it last week. If it's 3rd and 10, you go right to the yard marker, run the hitch, and try and get the first down.
So Milwaukee sputters offensively after they looked like they had sprung Kerry Simeon, and both teams looking to their field goal kickers for point production earlier in our contest again.
Now this is going to be interesting. Long field goal attempt. I think if he misses this, you're going to see a change in momentum.
Ball spotted all the way back on the 12-yard line of Milwaukee. The long kick is up, and it is good. Another long field goal in our contest by Kenny Stucker. He started with the 49-yarder, and he connects again. Stucker is perfect on the night, and it is 13-6 Mustangs.
Quarter, Memphis trailing 13-6. Take a look at the playoff picture right now. 10 teams mathematically alive still. This is a huge game for Memphis. They can't afford to lose.
Bounces out in front of Davis. Football still on the turf and finally coming away with it. No, it looked like Frizzell Davis had a hold of it. Squirts free. Milwaukee has the football.
That's Wayne Wade, the new guy. Just as we talk about Memphis having to change the momentum and realize what the playoff picture is, the Nets come into play again. You never can tell with these Nets.
It's funny, and I quote Michael Trigg. You asked him if his field goal kicker, place kicker, could hit the nets. He said, absolutely. If you can't hit the nets, you won't be my kicker.
And I think any coach in the league would have the same reaction to that question. You know, they're more concerned with their kickers kicking into the nets than they are what their field goal percentages are. And you just saw why.
So it's 13-6 Mustangs, and they have excellent field position after the turnover on the ensuing kickoff, following the 46-yard field goal by Kenny Stucker. 1st and goal from the 9. Lots of time for Hamill. Still working. Trying to shake a receiver free, and he throws the football away wisely. Now, Michael, we should mention, remember, we said there's a duo on each squad of big-time wide receivers that are out of this game tonight due to injury.
We highlighted the Memphis guys at the top. But on the other side of the football, Milwaukee's got 2 of their best wide receivers, Mullen and Gary Compton, both out. I mean, between them, they've got 67 catches and 15 touchdowns. So that guy right there, Curry Simeon's got to pick the pace up.
On the other side, the 2 guys we mentioned in the opening of our show, Brett Cooper and Jeff Russell. They've got a combined 17 touchdowns out of the Pharaohs lineup. 2nd and goal. Searcy in motion. Sack. As that time the Memphis line gets in, Chatham And behind the play, some extra pushing and shoving going on, but Chatham gets credited for the sack, the first sack of our contest.
Keep it Chatham. Big fella out of Texas A&M, just activated this week. How good does that feel, coming from the backside, making a big play in a playoff game, playoff type game? Just activated this week.
Out of Texas A&M, 6'4", 260-pounder. Memphis sacked Todd Hamill 5 times in the meeting in week 2. One at the Pyramid, 33-26 by the Pharaohs.
This is a big play here. 3rd down after the turnover. You got to put points on the board.
From almost the 15-yard line. 3rd and goal. Bankhead in the backfield. Hamill scrambles, goes incomplete. Good coverage again downfield. It was Jerry Pitts of Memphis all over one of the receivers trying to squirt themselves loose in Elliott Searcy.
Bankhead was chasing them around the backfield, but once again, they're running almost exclusively deep crossing routes, try to pick people on this man-to-man, and I think Memphis has adjusted, and they've got to start running some different routes.
So after starting at the 9-yard line after the fumble, Milwaukee will try to settle to the foot of Kenny Stucker again. This one will be a 29-yard field goal attempt. Stucker is now 2 for 3 on the night, as they will say no good on the field goal attempt. He makes the 2 long ones and misses the chip shot.
But Mike, that's a huge play right there. Turnover. He gets the chip shot from 29. No good. You know, he was having a nice night for himself. That's really frustrating. That's like hitting your driver good all day and then hitting that pitching wedge out of bounds on the approach shot.
When have you ever hit your driver good all day?
I'm not saying me. That's why I use the euphemistic you.
Ah.
It's when you hit the driver well.
Oh, okay. Thought you meant you.
Down!
From the 5-yard line. Memphis Pharaohs trying to jumpstart themselves offensively. Kopp with the deep drop, got hit as he released the football. It's intercepted. Intercepted by Wayne Wade. He's back on his feet. Returns the football to the 15-yard line. Kopp got hit just as he released the football, and Wade was in center field to make the easy catch.
They had a double seam route open. One of the receivers was open deep, but the key to this is the pressure on the quarterback. They get a great push from the top of the screen. They make him throw the ball too early. I think that was Murray Garrett, and that's just an easy play for Wayne Wade. And how'd you like to be just activated, have a fumble recovery on the 9-yard line, next possession you pick it off, you're thinking, hey, I got myself a job.
What needs to be done here, though, is Todd Hamill needs to jumpstart his team. 0 for his last 6, 1 of his last 9.
Imperative to put points on the board now.
Instead, they go to the football into Craig Taylor's hands, right out of Craig Taylor's hands, and into a Pharaoh bucket. Holy moly, back-to-back turnovers, and that is the 2nd time Craig Taylor has fumbled the football. This time, they're not going to be fortunate with the call, it doesn't look like.
You know, that's why teams go 3 and 7. They don't take advantage of opportunities. 2 turnovers in a row. Right here, he never really had possession. That's the handoff to Craig Taylor. Ball gets dropped on the ground, and who comes up with it? Who else? Darius Hadley, defensive specialist. You got to take advantage of that, or it comes back to haunt you, and you lose football games.
Right now, that has been the theme in this second quarter. 2 excellent opportunities given away. McLeish, the ball carrier for Memphis. They had the football on the 9-yard line, that time on the 15. At least they ran some plays when they were on the 9-yard line, came away with the missed field goal. But one play from the 15-yard line of their opponents, the Memphis Pharaohs, and out.
You know, Memphis is
Left
last
wing high,
in the league in rush offense. Thomas McLeish, good fullback, tough kid, but they just can't run the ball effectively. They're going to have to throw the ball vertically down the field.
On 2nd and 9. Kopp thinking just that. Stretches out the defensive backfield. Plummer comes away with the interception. No, he dropped the football in the end zone. Still good coverage on the play by number 11, Bruce Plummer.
Trying to get him to bite on the hitch and run the hitch and go. But Plummer, who's got 6 interceptions, one of the veteran guys in this league, does a great job. Watch the effort at the end of the play. Comes over the top. Now he's the wide receiver. He has the football. I don't think he ever fully had possession of the football. I think that's a good call. I'd love to give it to him for effort, Mike, but never had it.
Bruce Plummer tied for the Arena Football League lead. Played collegiately down in beautiful Starkville, Mississippi. Part of the Bulldogs program of Mississippi State. Brings up a 3rd and 9 from the 14-yard line of Memphis. Near side, Darren Hughes in motion. And pressure on the quarterback again. Big Ralph Jarvis credited for the sack, and they just drove Troy Kopp back towards his own goal line. 3 purple jerseys immediately with a surge.
First game, Memphis won the battle up front. Look at the pressure coming right up the middle, right at you right now. If you're quarterback Troy Kopp, Ralph Jarvis, 99, he's going to get you first. And then from the inside out, all his buddies are going to get a piece too. Wow. Mitchell Benson, 93.
Out of TCU. And so the field goal attempt will be over 50 yards from the end zone. Oh, it's blocked. And pushed down to the backside of the end zone. Smart play by the kicker, Brian Lee.
Sure is a smart play.
Was that big 99 with the paw on it again, Ralph Jarvis?
It looked like it. He's 6'5". I thought he got his hands up. They're giving him the high five.
Michael Trigg says Ralph Jarvis by far his best lineman. And this, my friends, is why. This time Brian Lee won't have Ralph Jarvis in his face when he kicks the football. Nonetheless, damage done. 2-point safety. Milwaukee now leads 15-6. Final minute and some seconds of the second quarter. First half coming to a close. Kick played by Simeon. He turns, gets ahead of steam, tried to break through the tackle, but was not able to do so. Ross Setters, number 65, brings him down at about the 11-yard line. 6 points scored by the Pharaohs of Memphis in almost one half of football.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised at the way Memphis has come out of the box here in the first half, and this is just another indication of a team not ready to play. You've had penalties, you've had turnovers, and now you hardly ever see a blocked field goal in this league, yet Ralph Jarvis got the push and got the big hands up.
Memphis really struggling, and Milwaukee has an opportunity to add on after the safety with possession of the football.